I'm fine. Back. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salam ala asrafil mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin. In uridu lil islaha ma istata'tu wa ma tawfiqi illa billah. Alayhi tawakkaltu wa ilayhi unib. Respected chair of this session and Dr. Sabik, who is a very close friend of mine, and my dear students and all other attendees. May Allah bless this occasion, and may we have a very effective and fruitful session with this evening. Let me just speak about a little bit about Qatar in general. Probably you might all know about Qatar because in 2022, Qatar shot to fame thanks to the World Cup. And many of might have visited for either to watch the matches, or you might have watched the matches from afar, from the comfort of your home, or probably in other means. That 2022 World Cup was actually a great turning point in the history of Qatar, because it's a very small country, 360 square kilometers in terms of length of the country, and then you can take a tour in the country within maximum 2 hours. Within maximum 2 hours, you can visit any place of the country. That's small it is, and that World Cup actually catapulted Qatar into the world fame and the world scenario, so that now there is no one in the world, in the globe, that doesn't know Qatar. And Qatar's culture, Qatar's its legacy, its heritage, its the social features, and these are all completely known to every single person in the world, we can say. And especially about Qatar is very peculiar and very, very unique and very distinctive, in the sense that it even though it's a small country, it has a place in the international arena. Even if it's in international politics, it can be in a sports field, it can be in the socio-cultural field. Probably you might know that it is the second largest country that has the largest or the highest per capita income, which means every Qatari citizen has more than $150,000 per month as a per capita income, which tells you how rich it is. And the main source of it is the natural gas, where I work in that field, Qatar Energy LNG company, which is a very semi-government, a corporate organization. I work as a communication specialist, so I do a lot of corporate communications, publicizing the company's activities, arranging press conferences, arranging media interviews, because a lot of media is interested in Qatar and its wealth. So that's where my role as a corporate communications professional comes in. In terms of Qatar's culture, which is very similar and very unique in terms of all other Gulf countries, especially the Emirat, UAE, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Oman. So these are very similar in nature. It has a wonderful cultural institutions such as the Qatar National Museum, which is very unique and very distinctively designed in the shape of a desert rose, and then that museum in itself is a very monumental showcase of the Qatari culture and social life. It has it's very famous for education, as an education hub. You might have heard about the education city in Qatar, the Qatar University, and a lot of other universities, which I will talk about in detail in short time. Education-wise, Qatar invests heavily in the field of education, whether it's educating its own citizens and also international students. There are a lot of student exchange programs. International students are attending courses in Qatar. They come here, they get full bright scholarship, and with free food and accommodation, plus all the academics and the study materials are completely free, of course. And Qatar reaches out to a lot of countries, it has an initiative called Education for All, which means it doesn't want anyone to drop out from school. So even in Qatar, there is a school which has 5 branches that caters to students who are not able to afford education, whether it can be refugees from Palestine, Syrian refugees, people from different African countries, even some of them from India as well. They get full free education here. So one of the area Qatar gives much prominence, much importance is the education area. Apart from sports, which I don't need to talk about, because we all know what kind of an importance Qatar gives. It has a small country, and when it hosted the World Cup, in 8 of its stadiums, it was a wonderful experience for all the visitors who came here and all the residents and the nationals living here. So that sports apart, in a lot of other fields, culture, education, social activities, different heritage activities, Qatar is very well known for that. There is a very very important cultural village called Qatar, which houses a lot of museums, specifically designed museums, like, for example, heritage houses, historical houses, art galleries, special collectible museums. A lot of variety of museums are featured there. Anyone can come and showcase their artwork, their cultural pieces there, their calligraphy works, their artworks, paintings, drawings, all this stuff. So it's a lot to talk about. But within the limited time I have, I would like to ask students. You are, most of my I understand the audiences are students, so I would like to talk about next as the some of the educational opportunities that are available to especially students who are undergoing Arabic studies, whether they are graduates or postgraduates, undergraduates or postgraduates. They have a lot of opportunities in Qatar available now. One of them is the very famous, which you might have already heard about, is the Arabic for non-native speakers, which is offered by Qatar University. It's a higher diploma course. Just 1 year after the degree, after your graduate program, you can join that course in Qatar University. The seats are very limited, and the selection criteria is a bit tough. And especially, when I talk about all the different types of courses Qatar offers, you might bear in mind that because of the Qatar's fame, and Qatar has marked its name in the field of education. A lot of international students are interested in coming to Qatar and study here, not only from India, but all over the world. People are very much interested. So every course, every university that I'm talking about, they have a very good rush, a heavy rush of students from across the globe. And it's very challenging to get admission into these courses. And unless you are well prepared, and then when you submit your application in a very thorough, professional, and effective manner, there is chances that you will get rejected. So you have to be well prepared. I'll speak about a little bit about these courses, and then you can, when at the end of the course, you can, end of my speech, you can ask any doubts or questions you have. So this Arabic course, this higher diploma course, is for 1 year, and its eligibility is any Arabic degree or courses like after the higher secondary, you might have got the courses like Afzalul Ulama in Calicut University, or something equivalent in any Arabic universities you may have. So normally, the admission process for that course starts in January 2nd week, and the classes starts in August every year. So this is the time to prepare for that. In January 2nd week is the application time. Its duration is 1 year, and if you get admitted into that course, the accommodation and food is free. It's a free 4-star hostel accommodation, not hotel. Hostel accommodation is offered, and a stipend of QAR, Qatar Riyal 500 is offered to each student, which is 500 Qatari Riyal means in Indian rupees, it's you should multiply it by 23 rupees. It's well above 12,000 rupees. Then the course type is it's a very interesting method of teaching here, and the students it focuses on how to handle students. The course is more focused on listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. There are certain seats reserved for some universities in Kerala, especially the Al Jamia Al Islamia Shantapuram has 2 seats. The Talikulam Islamia College, it has 1 seat. Farooq College has 1 seat, and then the Kollam Islamia College has 1 seat, and then 3 other seats for other applicants. So it's very tough. Competition is too high. You need to prepare very well. Another course is offered by Qatar University. It's MA in Masters in Arabic Language, and its admission timeline it opens in December first week, 2 months from now. Then the 2 years of full-time study. It's including the preparing the thesis. Thesis should also be prepared in 2 years. The eligibility for is at least a GPA of 2.8 out of 4 for the degree, for the undergraduate studies. And then there's no need for IELTS or TOEFL as mandatory, but if you have that, IELTS or TOEFL, you will get some preference there. So it's better to have it, in the next 2 months if you are planning to apply for that. The scholarship, the government doesn't offer any scholarship so far, but I heard from some sources that from this year onwards, there is a possibility for introducing scholarship for this course. Otherwise, if you don't get a scholarship, if you are admitted to that course, you can come here and then on the student visa and get the course, get admitted to the course, and then you can have some small jobs like grade assistant jobs like library assistant, swimming pool assistant, swimming pool office assistant, not as a life coach or something. You just manage the administration of the swimming pool, the recreation club and stuff like that. So based on your credit hours, you can earn up to 3,000 riyal per month for that kind of stuff. These are not guaranteed, but definitely you will have an opportunity to get those kind of small jobs. But there is a possibility that they will introduce scholarship for that. Another course offered by Qatar universities in Gulf studies. There is an MA and a PhD in Gulf studies. Again, its admission time opens in first week of December, and for this course, IELTS and TOEFL is required. At least you should get at least 6 points in that. For the degree, you should have at least a GPA of 2.8 out of 4. The medium of teaching is English, but Arabic language students are preferred. You can choose either language, either Arabic or English. There is, again, the scholarship not approved yet, but there is a possibility that from this year onwards, there should be, or there is a possibility of scholarships. Again, you can get the similar jobs, which I mentioned earlier. Then there is a Doha Institute for Graduate Studies, which is only postgraduate studies and PhD. So only research and postgraduate courses are offered in Doha Institute. There is an MA in Politics and International Relations. Admission opens now. It's already open. Now, if you want to apply for this, you have to apply now. IELTS, you should have at least 5.5. Then the medium of teaching is Arabic. And then in certain cases, exception is given, and then you can choose English. But that's not guaranteed. Depending on your circumstances, they may allow classes in English, or you can prepare the thesis in English. The eligibility is degree with at least 3.2 GPA, which means something like 80% of marks. If you don't have a GPA, 80% is the 3.2 GPA means in our terms. You will get a stipend. There are 2 types of stipends here. One is called Tamim. For that, if you get that, you will get like at least 2,800 riyal per month. And there is another one which is called Sanad. If you get that, you will have at least 2,550 riyals per month. The Doha Institute also offers MA in philosophy. Again, its time is now to start. See, Doha Institute has 2 colleges. One is the Humanities College, Arts and Humanities, and the other is international politics, the public policy and administration, economics public policy and administration. So in humanities, there are at least 10 to 12 courses which you can choose from their website. So most of them are in the medium of teaching is Arabic, and most of them do require an IELTS score of 5.5, and the for the degree you should have at least a 3.2 GPA, which means 80% of marks. And the stipends I mentioned are almost the same. Like the Tamim's stipend will give you 2,800 riyal, and the Sanad stipend will give you 2,550 riyal. Again, MA linguistic in Arabic lexicography. That again, application time is now. The eligibility criteria as mentioned above. What is unique about Doha Institute is there 55% of the seats in that college, that institute, are dedicated for international students. Only 45% of the seats are dedicated for students living in Qatar. That's an advantage. So there is a good chance of getting that mission. But bear in mind, as I told you before, because of Qatar's fame in the field of education, there is a lot of enthusiasm among international students to come to Qatar and undergo these courses. So you should be ready for a very competitive environment for when you apply for these courses. Then in one other university which offers a great educational opportunities for Arabic graduate students is the Hamad bin Khalifa University. HBKU is the short form for that. They have an MA in audio visual translation. Its medium of teaching is in English. Translation studies from Arabic to English, of course, and you should have an IELTS score of 6.5. The timeline to apply for is in December they open that mission, and the deadline is in February. And the stipend is a bit higher than what we mentioned so far. It's 3,500 riyal per month. The difference is that they don't offer any accommodation. You should find, I think there is an accommodation, but no food is provided. So you should manage with this stipend, your food requirements. Then another one is MA in Contemporary Islamic Studies. Its medium is in Arabic. IELTS score it should be, you should have 6.5. There is no mandatory IELTS for that because the medium is Arabic. But if you have IELTS, then you should get a preference. Again, the stipend is 3,500. Application starts in December. Now, apart from this Qatar University, Doha Institute for Graduate Studies, and Hamad bin Khalifa University, there are universities in Education City, which is managed by Qatar Foundation. It has various programs, and Qatar Foundation is an education hub, and they name this city as Education City, in which this Hamad bin Khalifa University is the full-fledged university. But other universities, for example, a lot of Western universities like Carnegie Mellon, Georgetown University, Northwestern University, Weill Cornell Medical College, Texas A&M University, they are like departments in a university. For example, if you want to study media and communication, journalism, like my field, you should apply for Northwestern University in Qatar. So that university offers only this course, which means it's like a department. They're, media and communication department. Carnegie Mellon University, they offer computer science, courses in computer science, business administration, information systems, and biological sciences. Georgetown University, it offers degrees in international relations and global politics. The Weill Cornell Medicine, Qatar is actually just for medical courses, MBBS. Texas A&M University, they focus on engineering programs. Virginia Commonwealth University is actually the education in design and fine arts. So these are some of the universities within the Education City. Then there is another college which is called Community College of Qatar, CCQ. It offers associate degrees in such fields as business, IT, engineering, and pathways to translation to 4-year degree programs. So it's again open to Indian students as well, other international students. Then there is another university called Stanton University of Applied Sciences, which specializes in hospitality management and international business administration. There are a lot of opportunities for Indian students, but bear in mind all these universities which I mentioned to you now, those are in education city. Their education are not actually free. You need to pay fees equivalent to US dollar. That these are branches of US universities, so you need to pay tuition fees in US dollars, which is like $30,000, $60,000 a year, which is not affordable to most of us. So what you can do is apply through their website for scholarship. So they have a I haven't have in fact written here. They have three types of financial assistance. One is they will give you scholarship, but that scholarship is based on your result. The eligibility criteria. If you have a degree or mostly they have undergraduate programs. So you should have a very high score in +2 or senior higher secondary, A level, O level. Those scores should be very high. So based on those results, you will get scholarship. Otherwise, you need to pay the fees. Then there is a need-based loan. Once you get admitted, if you don't have scholarship, then you can have a loan. That loan is completely interest-free, no interest to be paid. It has to be paid back either through government jobs. Once you passed out of the college, they will not find you a job. They will help you, but you need to find on yourself a job in any government department. That is the way you pay back. The third one is the university grants. If your scholarship or your loans doesn't cover your educational cost, then you should have university grants. So it's very competitive, highly competitive. It's very challenging to get an admission there. I'm not discouraging you, but you should try. If you have talent, if you have confidence, self-esteem, you should definitely try these courses. Of course, not all these courses are for Arabic students, like engineering, economics and all that stuff. But others, you can have translation courses, linguistic studies, humanities, like philosophy, like Gulf studies. These courses are available. Then University of Calgary. It's basically for nursing education, which I don't think is suitable for any of you. So these are in basically a bit of brief about what kind of courses are available, especially for Arabic students. You have in that community college which I mentioned earlier, CCQ. They offer associate degrees in translation and media studies. That focuses on Arabic and English translation, media communication, and provide a foundation for further studies or careers in translation, journalism, and media. Then they also offer teaching Arabic as a foreign language. So many institutions, including Qatar University, HBKU, they offer programs and certificates in teaching Arabic as a foreign language. It's called TAFL. These are designed for Arabic graduates who wish to pursue a career in teaching Arabic to non-native speakers. Then Islamic studies and Sharia programs. Then Arabic graduates who are interested in Islamic studies can pursue higher, specialized Islamic studies or Sharia courses offered in institutions like Qatar University or Doha Institute for Graduate Studies, which I mentioned earlier. And it involves study of Islamic text in Arabic, classical and modern interpretations of the tafsir and the Arabic lexicon, and a lot of stuff. The Northwestern University, which I mentioned to you earlier, they offer media and communication program. Cultural studies and Arab world studies. These are available at different universities in Qatar. It covers Arabic culture, politics, literature, and within global context. Many of them offer, as I mentioned to you, scholarships, including Arabic graduates. It can cover tuition fees, accommodation, and living expenses. Then one thing I would like to mention to you is that while you study in Qatar, you can also have part-time jobs here. For example, the Doha Institute, the studies are timed in such a way that you can work in the morning, like from 7 to 1, 6 to 1 you can work, and then most of the courses start from 3 o'clock. So 3 to 8, 3 to 9. So you can choose that timing so that you can work in the morning. So you will get if you are lucky, you can get a job, and then especially the job market after the World Cup. I should say honestly, with all frankness and transparency, I should say that the job market is a little bit dull. But Never mind if you are talented, if you have very good skills, you can prove to your employers. There is no dearth of opportunities for the right-minded, the right able candidates, talented students. Now, another option is if you have some relatives in Qatar, you can come under their sponsorship, or they can get you a residence visa through some other sources. Like, for example, in a company, that company offers you an employment visa, but your purpose is to study. You can come here on that visa, and you can apply as a resident. That's an easier way to get the course, but the problem with that is you need to pay fees as a resident. So then the benefits offered to international students will not be available for you because you are a resident in Qatar. So you are treated as a resident. But never mind, if you are confident, then you can still have, like, for example, you work in the morning, you study in the evening. There are a lot of courses. Now, the Qatar National Library, which I should mention, it's one of the cultural icon in Qatar. It offers a very vast and extensive library of books and study materials, digital resources, online courses, programs. See, even if you don't get admission to any of these schools or colleges or these universities, if you come here and decide to work here, there is an abundant opportunity to study. For example, you can have distance education courses from other universities across the globe. You can utilize it's like the education is imparted everywhere here in Qatar. That's one of the most beautiful thing I find in Qatar. But see, I got my PhD in comparative literature from University of Madras, and I utilized the Qatar National Library too much because, see, my subject was a comparison of the literary works of Mahmoud Darwish, the Palestinian poet, and the Malayalam poet Vallathol Narayana Menon. So I got all the resources about Vallathol from Kerala, and the other resources regarding Mahmoud Darwish, I got it from Qatar National Library. And then you can also utilize Qatar University Library, the Hamad bin Khalifa University's library. It's education. The knowledge is everywhere here in Qatar. So if you come to work here, still don't lose the dream of studying, pursuing higher studies. Still, you will have a lot of opportunities. So I think within my the timing that was given to me, I think I covered most of the stuff. But I would like to interact with you in a sense that, so that because I don't know what you are exactly looking for. So if you have some questions, you can ask me. If I know that, I can tell you. If I don't know that, I can reply back to you through some other sources. See, I have my friends and students in all of these universities. Qatar University, I have friends. Doha Institute, I have some good contacts. HBKU, I have. Northwestern University. And then one of the other university I didn't mention is the University of Doha for Science and Technology. It's basically science and technology. That's why I didn't mention that. So my own son studies there in UDST. So good contacts there. So in case I don't know anything about you are going to ask me now, I can reply back to you with the right information after this class, either tomorrow or within the next couple of days. So with this, I conclude my introductory speech, and then I think now, with the permission of the chair, I can take some questions. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There's a question in the chat box. What are the factors affecting the procedure of admission other than CGPA and IELTS? See, your marks in the basic eligibility criteria. For example, if you are applying for a degree course, then your marks in the higher secondary, like +2 or A level or O level, I don't know really. I can't make out the difference, but yeah, that the higher secondary, equivalent to higher secondary. These marks are very much important. See, many of the courses for all the institutes in education city, SAT is the SAT test. The SAT, that is very important. That score is important. In many courses, these are not necessary, but if you have that, you will get a preference. So if you are planning to get admission in these colleges, what you have to focus is get these kind of, whether it's needed or not, you just get this, passed and get a high marks or high scores in those tests. So this is more important. Then another question is kindly rejoin in, that was for me. Okay, to be able to be the here section. Then especially in HBKU, whether the universities in Qatar providing courses in education studies like B.Ed. Yeah, Qatar University provides, it offers a course in education, but mostly it's reserved for Qatari nationals. There are 2 or 3 seats, for international students. Again, highly competitive. You need to beat, a lot of competition from different parts of the globe to apply and get the seats there in the education. So there are. Is someone managing the raise? There is
Hello,
one. Siddiq VP, if you can.
Yes, yes, sir. My name is Siddiq. I was a student of you in the media diploma in media journalism.
Oh yeah. Okay, welcome,
Yeah,
Siddiq.
those times your words were too much inspirational and motivational. Alhamdulillah. Currently, I work here as a media analyst in Qatar in a company.
Oh, in Qatar.
Yes, in Doha. Inshallah, would like to have a meeting, face-to-face meeting with you.
Yeah, anytime, no problem. I'm pleased to meet you. No problem.
Inshallah. And sir, as you mentioned here, even I'm here since last 3.5 years. I was not known to many of the opportunities that you were shared here.
Yeah.
And some of the universities in like Doha Institute for Graduate Studies.
Yes.
In addition to that, I along with one of my friend Fadil bin Faisal Noorani, we are I work as academic director of Al-Uyun Academy, which is collaborating with the MES Mambad in this program, co-hosting. So during this time, we have some of students who are studying in Doha Institute for Graduate Studies.
Yes.
In lexicography. So Al-Uyun Academy is currently providing a course in academic Arabic, which makes students to learn. The trainer is from trainer is a graduate from Doha Institute for Graduate Studies. So the course provides the vision or the way how to prepare for getting admission into these kind of universities, and especially Doha Institute for Graduate Studies. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, by this year, 2 of students got admission into Doha Institute for Graduate Studies in lexicography itself, and 1 student into philosophy also. So, I want to know more about the Gulf studies opportunities, career opportunities in Qatar University, whether it is open for Qatari residents, PhD or...
Yeah, they offer the Gulf studies, the MA and PhD in Gulf studies to international students. And, basically, one of the job opportunities that will offer you is in the field of, again, academics and research. For example, you can apply for a teaching position in Qatar University or other university across the Gulf, or in international universities even, because Gulf studies is a very good branch of studies. And then probably that is the only field I can think of related to that particular study itself. But when it comes to other fields of employment, basically admin jobs are very rare to come by for expatriates in all the Gulf countries, especially in Qatar. So you need to look for, based on that, you need to develop your interest in Gulf studies, and then get some very high level education in that field, so that you can get a good job in the field of academics, teaching profession, or doing research. Like there are strategic studies centers across the globe. Even in Qatar, there is Al Jazeera, a forum for international studies. So these kind of think tank groups, they will admit research scholars, and they are basically, especially Al Jazeera as a TV channel, they want experts in different political fields. So, and Gulf studies very well fit into that category. So plus the Brooklyn Institute, there is a branch for that institute in Qatar. The Georgetown University, they have a very particular branch of think tank, research oriented, that requires research scholars. So I think these kind of centers, they offer very good job opportunities for students who passed with good distinction from this Doha Institute or Qatar University's Gulf Studies program.
Thank you, sir. Inshallah.
You can get in touch with me in person, so that we can have.
We had WhatsApp conversation few months ago during that course. You were sending me 1-2 minutes of motivational words. Still, I start those words. Inshallah, I would like to have a direct meeting with you. Inshallah.
No problem. Inshallah, we'll meet.
Inshallah.
Any other questions? You can ask in Arabic as well. فليتفضل. أي أسئلة في اللغة العربية ممكن أتشرف بإجابتها إن شاء الله. Is there something in chat box, or did I miss something?
If anyone has any question, please come forward.
One thing I just would like to mention is, if you miss an opportunity in one academic year, you keep coming back, because probably for the first time you may not be well prepared for for example, if you apply for a course in Doha Institute for graduate studies, you need to prepare an article about why you want to study here. So probably in the first or second attempts, you may not be well prepared, or you don't know the methodology or the mechanism for that. Then as the time goes by, you will definitely gain some experience, and then you can always come back and apply. So the only thing is, you can apply only once in one university or institute. You cannot apply for 2 or 3 courses in one university. They will consider only as one. So for most of us, the great chances of getting an admission is the Doha Institute, especially as the Mr. Siddiq just mentioned. If some of our academic institutions prepare the students how to apply, because that is one area where many people lack that kind of skills and the willingness, or whatever I call it, the basic knowledge of how to apply for a course it's not just for the Doha Institute, for any international university of recognized universities. Not like in some of the you might have heard about a lot of students go to UK these days, to lot of foreign universities, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Canada. But many of those courses are not recognized, or not of high quality. It's basically looting our money. So if you want to have an international education, you should apply for one of the highest reputed institutions. Otherwise, there is no point. You just waste your money. So one thing I would recommend is to prepare well, rather than just apply, just trying your luck. Prepare well. Ask students who are experts, who are actually sincerely helping you, not out of greed for money, but they have a sincerity in their commitment to serve the society, serve the community. So those kind of people you should ask, and then you should seek their help in applying. There's one more question here. Is there any restriction for master's admission? The restriction means, I don't get what restriction you mean, but the eligibility criteria is there. So you should meet those eligibility criteria. These are the only thing you have to have for each course, in whether it's master's or undergraduate programs or PhD programs. So what you basically should look for is what is your passion. This is one thing. You should have that passion, that burning desire in your mind to pursue a study either in Arabic grammar, lexicon, Arabic translation, or as we just mentioned, the humanities, Gulf studies, philosophy. Or so determine your passion, and then specify your goal, academic goal, and then meet all the criteria. If not this year, next year or the year after. So don't mind of do not stop, don't count the years. You just prepare, and then one or other way, if you are passionate, if you are dedicated, if you are really that committed, then definitely you will have a successful attempt in all these universities. For those who are interested in Aluina's academic Arabic course, which helps, it's Siddiq mentioned about Al-Uyun Academy. So they can contact him personally, or Al-Uyun Academy's office bearers directly. So any other questions?
Sir, you have already mentioned that for the NNS program, there are seats allotted for some colleges already, but I'm not from those colleges, but I'm currently doing my Bachelor of Arabic at a government college here in Kerala. So am I able to apply for the program for the next coming academic year?
Yes, you can.
And I have.
Tell me. Go on. Go ahead.
And I have heard that some recommendation letter would help those from not from those colleges. So is that true, or is really helpful by a strong recommendation letter?
Carry on. You have any? Did you finish?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So basically, as I told you, those institutions have already made some arrangements or some sort of an MOU, memorandum of understanding, with Qatar University. So from those colleges, those seats are reserved for them. From those. But apart from that, there are 3 seats. To my understanding, I don't know exactly, but I heard on whatever I can make out from sources in the Qatar University, there are 3 or 4 seats that are reserved, or not reserved for anyone. So these are open to anyone. So basically, what you need to do, you need to go through the selection criteria mentioned in their website for that Arabic for non-native speakers, and apply based on that criteria. A good recommendation letter will be helpful, but more than the recommendation letter, what they are looking for is the if there are 3 seats and there are 30,000 applicants, you can imagine the rush. A lot of applications are there. So what they will consider is the academic achievements. So you should score the highest mark possible. And if you have already passed in, then there is no, we can't do anything about it now. But if you are in the final year, or if you are trying to actually, that is your goal, then you should try to get the highest scores possible in your that basic academic qualification they mentioned in that, for eligibility. Plus these, the recommendation letter, the proposed, the proposal. Actually, the proposal itself is a very good. It should be written in a very well-versed manner, in a highly professional language, so you can seek help of experts in that field. and then you apply, and then don't just apply once, apply maybe not this year, then the next year, the year after. So keep trying, and then I think that's the only way to do it, to prepare well for the admission process, and submit maximum profession high recommendation letter that you can arrange. Yeah, that's the only way to get it. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Then regarding job opportunity, will they consider non-natives in government sector? Yes. Yeah. See, natives, Qatari nationals, they have, of course, reservation. There is a Qatarization process going on in Qatar, not only in government sector, in private sector. But if you are rightly qualified, there are still opportunities for expatriates. I myself, when work in a government, it's not actually government sector as such, but it's a semi-government. You can say public sector. It's Qatar Energy LNG is actually a government-owned company. It's the Minister of Energy is the chairman of our company. So basically, if you are qualified, if you can, prove to the interviewers that you are well qualified for that particular job, which they advertised, you can definitely have it. There is no, for example, if you are a communications professional, like for example, where I work in the communication department, like one or two, apart from 3 Qataris, we 4 are expatriates. So if you are rightly qualified, if you can prove to your future managers that you are actually capable of doing this job, undertaking the tasks that are assigned to you, you will definitely get that. So never think of the challenges, the hindrances. No, not the challenges. Challenges, of course, you should have it in your mind. Never think of the hindrances, obstacles. No, don't think of that. Set your goal, work for that diligently, with commitment, with passion. And if you have that burning desire, and if you try your best to prove yourself, you will definitely get a job. Don't think of the job market situation. Even I told you about the job market is a bit poor here. It's not, there are not many opportunities available. But don't think of that. If you have that passion, if you have that burning desire, if you like you prove yourself to your future employees, potential employers, that you are capable of doing this job, then you will definitely get the job. Every day we can see a lot of engineers, technically qualified people, even communications professional, graphic designers, marketing people. These are all coming to Qatar and they get jobs. So don't worry about this market situation. Don't worry about the government job or non-government job, but set your goal and then try to dedicate yourself to that cause, and then then your goal will, or your ambition will come true. Hope I answered Farhan's question. Could you please explain about communication specialist job in Qatar Energy? See, these are very limited, very limited number of jobs in communication, but there are other ways to get it. For example, nowadays all the companies, all the big corporate houses, what they do, they outsource all these jobs. They don't take full-time professionals, although they may have a couple of communications professionals as full-time jobs. There are opportunities to tie up with contractors. Like, for example, in our case, we have tied up with a communication company called Sadaf. There is another communication company called Fortune Promo 7. So these companies are also working there. So as your launching pad, or a career launching stage, what you need to do, you get to associate with these agencies, small agencies, but prove while sitting there, prove yourself to these main companies. Like, they are contractors, but to the main companies, the actual principals, you prove to them that your capability, and then you will definitely get hired in future. So what you need to do, start from like small jobs in these kind of contractors, and then try to go higher up in the career ladder. So that's how even I myself came to Qatar in 2009 after at the age of 39. So that means I had a background in media and journalism. I worked in newspapers in Oman, in UAE, and then I worked in Dubai municipality for 10 years. Then I came to Qatar. So basically, what you need to do, you launch your career through in whatever positions you can have as a beginner. Like, for example, a reporter in a newspaper. Nowadays, newspapers are very much dead, almost dead. The printing newspapers are like other medias are coming up. So, for example, social media. Social media is a very good platform. Digital media, online publications. These are the norms nowadays. So, basically, you start your career there, and then come up in the career ladder, and then apply for a high-profile. LinkedIn is a great tool for that. I would advise all of you to have a very good presence in LinkedIn. So not just a CV, you just don't just upload a CV in LinkedIn, but prepare your LinkedIn profile in such an attractive way so that you will get hired by employees. If possible, get a premium membership in LinkedIn, because most of the companies nowadays hire qualified people through LinkedIn. They don't depend on recruiters. They don't depend on newspaper advertisements or even other media advertisements. They depend on LinkedIn. So if you are looking for a job anywhere, not only in the Gulf, but anywhere, you should have a good presence in the LinkedIn network. So there are ways to set up a good LinkedIn profile, very high professional, LinkedIn profile. So attend those courses. No need to attend, paid courses. You can have YouTube videos. Also, the AI is one of the biggest challenge. So try to adapt your communication career in line with the future requirements of AI. For example, nowadays, even if you are a good writer, there is no point in improving your writing skills, because AI can write better than you. So what do you need to do? Using the AI tools, how can you be a good communicator? An engineering discipline is called now prompt engineering. Prompt engineering means what? When you use ChatGPT or those large language models, how do you write a prompt so that you get the best results? How do you get a good graphic design using? Because you don't see nowadays, you cannot be only talented in one field. You have to be multi-talented. So on the one hand, you are a writer. On the other hand, you are a graphic designer. On the other hand, you are a library specialist. So you can have that multiple skills using AI tools. So try to, like, for example, a corporate and communication professional now, just one post, you should do writing, you should do proofreading, you should do editing, you should produce videos using AI tools, or even if you don't know how to use cameras, you should have at least some background in that field as well. So in the future, in the next coming 10 or 15 years, what you need exactly is different skills, multiple skills. So if you have studied Arabic, don't be complacent. Okay, I have a degree in Arabic. So what? No one cares. You should have an Arabic degree. You should have a translation degree. You should have an audio visual communication degree. You should have another one, a diploma in public relations, another diploma in marketing. So these are not a huge Herculean task. You can have it, even free courses. So try to build up your profile in LinkedIn based on the market requirements. You don't just dump your CV there. No, based on market requirements, using AI tools and studying those fields, you should have a you should be fit for the market, the future market, not the current market. So imagine or think ahead of time. Imagine the next 10 years. How will you fit into the future job market? Prepare for that. Don't be complacent with just one degree or I have Arabic. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. If you have a translation degree now, who will hire you? Because they don't need just a translator, because that can be done through Google Translator, or even ChatGPT can do a better translation than us, than human translation. A human is needed still, but that's what I'm saying. You should be multi-skilled in different fields. So while you are searching for your job, you invest in yourself, self-development, different skills, multi-skills. So that's advice I would like to give to you as future potential job seekers. Anything else?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sir, there have any opportunities for seminar presentation to students?
You mean you want to attend conferences in Qatar, or is that your intention?
Conferences and seminar presentation.
Yeah. What are you studying now?
I'm studying in MA Arabic second year.
Okay. Yeah, there are opportunities. Like, for example, look for HBKU, Hamad bin Khalifa University. They organize conferences in different subjects in Arabic related field, and especially they have a they have a calendar of events in there. Go to their website and check their website for future events, and in which they invite papers, call for papers. So understand what kind of conferences they are organizing, what kinds of events, seminars, symposiums, or very specified events, and look for the call for papers, and then based on the requirement you prepare a paper, an abstract. An abstract can be maybe maximum 500 words or 300 words. So what you want to discuss, and then that the subject you choose should be addressing a real, a genuine need of the current world scenario. You know what I mean? I mean, like, you should not just pick any subject that you are interested in. No, you should look for subjects that could be beneficial for the community in future, or in the current politics, or in the geopolitical scenario, or in the language studies, or whatever you are so passionate about. I don't know what you are so passionate about, but based on your passion and looking at the market requirements or the socio-political geographical scenario, you prepare your abstract based on that. And that abstract, if accepted, then they will give you good opportunities for speak, and then they will give you tickets, flight tickets, and hotel accommodation, and a good remuneration for speaking in these conferences. So definitely there are opportunities, but again, the market is so competitive, so you need to be very much responsive to the market requirements.
Which website?
Sorry?
Which website? Website name?
HBKU, Hamad bin Khalifa University website. Also Qatar University. Qatar University also organizes different symposiums, seminars, conferences occasionally. So you can go to HBKU website plus Qatar University website and look for their calendar of events, annual calendar of events, and you will definitely get that. In case you need more support on that, you can write to me personally, or you can reach out to me through my WhatsApp or Gmail. I will write here in the chat box in case someone wants to contact me for any of these requirements. I will write my WhatsApp number here.
Okay,
also
thank
my
you, sir.
email address.
Okay.
So in case you want to contact me for any of your requirements, it's both written here. Any other questions? Is Anne's course scholarships Arabic for non-native speakers, yeah, available for non-native speakers, or is it self-funded? Yeah, there is scholarship available. That's what I mentioned. Here the scholarship amount is, apart from free accommodation and free food, that hostel accommodation is very superb. It's a very 4-star hostel accommodation plus free food. You will get 500 riyal as a stipend. Plus, you can have student jobs. There are job opportunities for students, which can offer you up to 1,500 riyal. A riyal is equal to 23 rupees. So, yeah, it can amount to like 500 riyal means up to 1,200. Sorry, 12,000 rupees. So approximately, I didn't calculate it now, but yeah, that's there are scholarships available. Anything else? I think if there are no more questions, we can wind up, right?
I'm certainly, sir, we can wind up the program.
Okay. Yeah, Ustad, Barakallah Fik. Really, you have done good talk. Really, it was very informative for job seekers in Qatar. We got valuable information on many courses, scholarships, stipends, especially in Qatar higher education sector, and on job opportunities after these courses. Jazakallah khairul jaza ya Ustad. Okay, let's conclude the session, or let me invite Taj for vote of thanks.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على رسول الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد. رئيس هذه الجلسة الدكتور حمزة علي، وضيفنا الكريم دكتور تاج. وأعتقد أن جميع المشاركين قد استفاد من هذا البرنامج. نعرف الآن أن دول قطر تفتح أمامنا فرص العمل وفرص التعليم في كل مجال وفي كل جامعة القطرية. تفتح أمامنا فرص العمل في مجال الترجمة والتدريس، في مجال وسائل الإعلام، وفي مثل القنوات والصحافة وغيرها. لا بد أن تكون قادرا مهارة تتواصل باللغة العربية وباللغة الإنجليزية أيضا. لا أريد أن إطالة الكلام. بارك الله في جهدنا وعلمنا. شكرا جزيلا لأستاذ الدكتور تاج من صميم قلبي، وأشكركم للدكتور حمزة علي وجميع المشاركين الذي حضر هذه البرنامج. شكرا لكم لحسن استماعكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام.
Alaikum salam. Thank you so much, Dr. Taj sir.